Hi, this is Stephanie Gordon at Gordon Property Management, and I want to talk a little bit about insurance requirements for property managers. And this is kind of complicated, so I'm going to do it in two parts. This is part one, and I want to just kind of talk generally overall what kind of insurance you need as a property owner for a rental property. So essentially you need property coverage that, if your building burns down, you want to rebuild it and replace it. And so you want to check your policy with your agent every couple of years and make sure your coverage limits are adequate. If your building burns down, do you have enough money at today's replacement cost to rebuild your building? Do you have code upgrade coverage? Because if you've got a 1930s building, our codes are different now and it needs to be built differently. So I urge you to review this kind of coverage with your insurance agent at least every couple of years and make sure you've got adequate coverage for that. The second part that you want is a good landlord's policy that has strong liability coverage. Let's face it, buildings are kind of risky places. People fall down and hurt themselves in buildings. And so if you own a building, you need to have liability insurance. And I recommend in San Francisco in this day and age, a minimum of $1 million. It just doesn't go very far. So in a good landlord's policy, we'll have $1 million of liability, it'll have wrongful eviction coverage, and it will name your property management company as an additional insured. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about additional insured in part two of that. But you do need a good landlord's policy that offers, first of all, you got your building coverage, you've got your liability coverage, you've got wrongful eviction, and you've got your property management company named as an additional insured. Not an additional interest, that's a different thing that basically doesn't mean anything. So anyway, if you have any questions about insurance, feel free to call me, but better yet, call your insurance agent and review your policy and ask if you're adequately covered. So this is Stephanie Gordon, Gordon Property Management.